This is a great story, and it's a great story, I think, about patience. It was when I was in 8th grade, and we had career day in 8th grade, and I'm pretty sure you all remember career day back when you're middle school. Well, our career day, our teacher said pick a career, and my father, Willie Crafts, Coach Crafts, the original Coach Crafts, who I model my life after, he was a professional athlete. He played football with the Denver Broncos. It was at that point in time, actually, he went up to Canada because Canadian football was actually paying more. This is late 50s, early 60s. Can you imagine that? There's a massive difference. And so it was pick your career. And I said, okay, my career, I want to be an NFL athlete. And my teacher looked at me and she said, no, you have to pick a real career. I said, what do you mean a real career? My dad was a professional athlete. The only reason I'm coming to school is so that way I can play football, so that way I can go to college to play football, so that way I can get into the NFL. And that was my entire mindset the whole time that I was growing up. And she said no, and to try and take that away from me, and she goes, no, pick a real career. So at that point in time, I said, all right, well, let me focus on a real career then, and so I said, okay, let me pick hotel management, right? We're in a hotel right now. I said, it's like always being on vacation, it'd be fun. And as I was writing about hotel management, I noticed there was something in my heart, there was something in my gut that just made me want to cry on the inside. And as I was crying on the inside, I just said, I can't do this. I can't be honest with myself and with this project. And so I went back up to my teacher and I said, look, I don't want to be a hotel manager. And so after arguing with her for about 5 minutes or so, not necessarily arguing, but more debating, about 5 minutes, one of my other friends from the back of the class goes, well, I want to play baseball too. And she sends him outside of the office because he and I were good friends, and John Austin's his name, and we were good friends, and we were a little rambunctious when we were young, aren't all kids right now? And so as I talked to her and I explained, and she said, fine, do the NFL, but you better do a good job. And so after that, my buddy John Austin, I was out in the hallway, said, good, I want to play baseball. And then we had another friend, David, who said, well, I want to play basketball. And come to find out, this is in 8th grade. This is when I was 13 years old. I made it to the NFL when I was 23 years old. Literally an entire decade went by, but my goal was to be in the NFL. And I ended up playing for the Philadelphia Eagles. My buddy John Austin ended up playing professional baseball. He was actually right here in San Antonio, Texas with the Missions. And our other friend David didn't play basketball. But imagine that. If us two would have not said anything, where would we be today, right? That's what I look at. Who are you listening to? Who's telling you that you can or can't do something? And as I look back at that story, it's a twofold. One, if you really want something, you have to work at it. But number two, it's patience, right? And I think patience is a virtue, because I can't sit there and say, I want to be a professional today. And I think too many of us say, I want to be a professional today. I started a business, I want to start, I want to be a millionaire today. I want to do this today. And a lot of times it just doesn't work that fast, right? You have to have patience, and if you're serious about something, you're going to work endlessly at it. You're going to continue to perfect your craft, right? They say going from an amateur to a professional, that equals 10,000 hours. What have you been doing for those 10,000 hours? And a lot of times it's 4 years. Think back to when you were a freshman to when you graduated. Those 4 years, were you a different person? A lot of times you are. And so I look at that and say, don't let somebody steal your dream. But number two, have patience in your dream. Because if that's something that's really speaking to your heart, focus on that and work endlessly at it, so that way nobody can take that dream away from you, not even yourself. And if you continue working and you continue striving day after day, month after month, year after year, you'll see that beautiful goal come into fruition. And then you'll be able to look back and say, wow, here's all the work that I put in and I didn't even realize it. So get there, get to your goal, find somebody who's going to help you achieve that goal.